Hi, soul family. I gotta show you something, you're gonna laugh. Okay, we're down at the lake. Oh, look it, we have so many messengers in front of us. We've got a great white heron, we all know about him, right? Standing on his own 2 freaking feet. We got couples here working in harmony. Everywhere I'm looking, I'm seeing couples except for the heron, he's a loner. But the couples, the coots are clearing up the old shit. There's only one, so there's not a lot of shit left. Oh, maybe there's 3. 1, 2, 3. Not a lot of shit to clear up yet, because that's their job. Clear up all the junk before you can move forward. This is community out here, right? They're all just kind of chilling. And look at that, Mr. Heron. Did he fly away or did he go sneaky and hide himself? What'd you do, Mr. Heron? Did you fly off when I wasn't looking? No, he's hiding. He's always hiding. There he is. There he is. Hi, Mr. Heron. Hi. I wish I could zoom in, but you know I can't. Hi, Mr. Heron. You're standing on your own 2 feet? You're surveying your new stuff because you see an opportunity when others don't? And you're able to make something amazing out of that opportunity? You're not really concerned with all of those Joneses, keeping up with the Joneses and their big fancy schmancy shit. Nope, because you got your own plan and you're gonna take flight as you are, as beautiful as you are. Ow! You're going across your own emotional waters and handling things the way you wanna handle things. Okay. Why am I wearing a down vest? Because I'm cold. I come out and my landlord's in his shorts. And I was gonna go up to the mountain. Heck no, man, I'm freezing here. I don't normally get so cold, so I think it's hysterical that I'm dressed this way. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. I have so much information for you guys today. Hold on, I'm gonna... Remember? Now, this is only if you're listening to me. This is only if you've been paying attention when I talk. And I talk a lot, I know. Okay, I'm gonna make noise. Sorry. Okay, when I was down at I took my walk the other day. I needed this to hold my camera up. Thank you for being helpful. No, it's not gonna be helpful just because I made a big mess and I shouldn't have. Okay, hold on. When I was down at the lake, I gotta clean up the mess I just made. When I was walking, I saw those gaggle of geese, right? Those busybodies. And it's funny because Pat's friend owns those geese. And it's this gay lady, gay girl, gay, happy gay. There's a reason I'm saying that. I'm not homophobic. I don't have a problem with that at all in any way whatsoever, but there's a reason I'm saying that because there's a message behind it. Okay, so before you get your I was gonna say something kind of snotty. Before you get all twisted, understand that there are reasons why I say the things that I say, okay? Even if you don't understand it at the time. And sometimes I don't understand it at the time, it just comes out because Spirit says, you gotta say this. So, wish we had a little bit more light on the matter. Yeah, I can back up a little bit. Okay, she has raised these geese and they all hang together and they're all a bunch of busybodies and they're always bossing everybody else around. Remember I told you I saw that one incredibly beautiful one? I said, I don't know what you are. You're different than all the rest. Now, this one, he was hanging out with them. He was hanging out with them, the one that Nina raised, and with the group that Nina raised, those ones, but was very, very different than them. But as he was walking with his head down, which made me really sad. And I thought, you're such a beautiful little guy. Why are you walking with your head down? Lately, Spirit's been saying a lot about that. There's been a lot of people walking with their head down that they shouldn't. I want to show you what he is because my friend Jody Schaefer gave me information this morning. And now I don't even, the message, I'm just really excited. Because I already had a totem animal picked out for us. But Jody gave us the message. Now I'm getting a little bit warm. Let's take this off. But I can put it on when it gets windy. Okay, oops. This is who he is. Isn't he precious? Can you see how beautiful he is, his coloring? Look at the green, the heart chakra. He's called a Muscovy duck. And he's very, very special. Now, he was hanging out with all of those busybodies and they were just nasty. They were mean, they were picking on him. He didn't fit in. He was walking behind them with his head down because he thought there's something wrong with me because I'm so different than them. You know, they all hang together and I don't really fit in and, you know, I'm following after them, but they still really don't, they're just not my thing. So there's a reason because he's not supposed to be hanging out with them because he is the jack of all trades. He's the white heron. He's the cousin to the white heron. Whoops! I'm going to give you his message as soon as I find the paper that blew away. Okay, I'm going to turn you guys around while I tell you his message. I'm going to let you guys, let's see, let's not me turn everything off. I'm going to let you guys look out at the lake, okay? I know you're looking right into the sun and you don't see anything. So hold on, give me 5 seconds to get this situated so that you see something cool. Is that a cool view? Or maybe, I should turn you that way. Okay, I'm going to walk around so I can see what it looks like. Yeah, that's a cool view. Okay, so you don't have to look at me. I'd rather you not. There. Oh, I could do that. Then I can kind of pop in and say, hey, but you can see something really cool in the background, okay? Because I've got to let out information, and this is new for me. Ooh. You go away. Okay, so the deal with the Muscovy duck, he's got a really special message. He's talking about inner wisdom. That's why I told you, he was special. He was way different than those other ones. The gaggle of geese that were all like everybody else. This one is very special. First of all, he's a duck, he's not a goose. So it's kind of like the ugly duckling who realized he's a swan, right? Well, this ugly duckling realized he's a Muscovy duck, which is incredibly, incredibly amazing. So, intuitive, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, clairognoscence. Seeing the Muscovy duck either this way or in the physical, you could see dreams of it, you could have flashes of it. It doesn't matter how it comes to you. It's basically telling you, it's symbolic for getting the hang of your ability or your powers, okay? You're getting it. You're starting to get it. So the Muscovy duck, the message of the Muscovy duck is patience, confidence, determination, all-knowing, and compatibility. They're knowing for having an aggressive nature. Maybe did I see me? No, you know I'm not walking with my head down. But maybe my twin's a little bit aggressive. Okay? They can sense danger when it's coming. They're very intuitive. They're often very tuned into nature or the weather. They're a prediction of the human experiences that are due to come. They're predicting what's coming on the next chapter of your life, okay? They get it. They see ahead of time. Seeing them near you is symbolic for trust and belief from a higher power that you are open and available for the coming blessings. Yes, I am open, I am available for coming blessings, right? We want to say that, right? So, the Muscovy duck can be very expressive, huffing, waddling, wagging their tails, tilting their beaks in the air, flying near to you. They're all signs of substantial trustworthiness in you. You are trustworthy when this happens, okay? You are trustworthy. They know that you mean no harm, right? They realize that you mean no harm. If one is to simply stare at you with no obvious reason, it's symbolic for spiritual connection. So if one comes up to you and is just looking at you, that's your message, okay? When they're afraid, they will process bowels as an act of shyness. Okay, so he didn't poop when he was walking, but he did keep his head down. When they do that, when they're processing, and now I understand what I'm getting from this message, when they're processing because they're shy, which is my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful twin, it's not negative or not, and it's not positive. This is how I was talking. Kim Creech, this is for you. It's not bad and it's not good. It just is. Okay, so it's sometimes when people will say something like, you talk a lot. Like say my twin says to me, you talk a lot. Now from conditioning from childhood, I may take that as an affront, right? And I may say, be insulted or be hurt or embarrassed, and I get quiet and I pull back, right? But that's not how he meant it. He's just making an observation. He's the observer. So a lot of times people get their feelings hurt when somebody says something. So I keep going back to when my twin said something to me and I reacted. He was just saying something. He was just making a statement. So that's it. So that's the Muscovy duck. They're shy, and when they say something, it's not a negative, it's not a positive. It just is. I'm just saying something to you. I'm just communicating with you. So the bummer about that is when they're shy like this and they open up to communicate with you and you misread them, they shut down. So that's not good. So what else? You can read into whatever your message is by paying attention. Okay, so I already know what my message is about this, and I bet, Kim, you know what your message is too. So ducks are generally about relationship because they all hang together. They're about community spirit, working together as part of a team. So it's always about relationships. But when the ducks in general is talking about a very auspicious relationship that is forming now, beginning to form. It's about when two people come together. And it's talking about this coming together of these ones is going to be, it's magical. And this is something that's going to be very, very long lasting. If you find yourself a very vast personality, this is an auspicious sign for you. The Muscovy duck is symbolic, meaning that karmic work has been healed, or in the process to being very healed very soon. So this is a beautiful, I didn't even know what this message was. So thank you so much, Jody, for bringing me this message and making me understand what Spirit was trying to tell me. I'm telling you, I get all of my messages that are the most important and the loudest from my messengers, my animal messengers. They speak to me the loudest, and I trust them like I trust my dreams, like I trust my twin. Those are the three things that I trust the most, right? So it tells you at this time, because of this, everything's being healed and everything's coming together. Things are going to be more graceful, because think about the water, the way they move in the water, the way they fly, they're fluid, right, over your emotional waters. So things are going to be more graceful from this time period moving forward, according to your unique desires, right? I mean, we all have our own way of looking at things, our perceptions, a way of looking at things. So if you are to see this duck while you're in a relationship, yet you're questioning this relationship, it's time to trust that things are going to work out. They are going to work out, Kim. So just as they need to be, right? Everything's happening. Ooh, and the coot gave us confirmation right then. The coot's clearing up the last of the shit. That's what's going on. That's the last bit of the healing. That's what the coot does. They clear out all of this, the reeds and the junk along the water's edge to make things clear for everybody to move forward, because they eat the duckweed and all the junk that's in the way. So Spirit is saying, hold your faith. Maybe you haven't done what you need to do to complete this miracle. And I kept getting yesterday, what was it? I don't know who was talking, and they said, Aries, what the hell is wrong? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But we were talking to fire people, and they said, what the hell is wrong with you? You know what you want. You know what you deserve. It's right there in front of you. What are you doing waiting? There's no waiting. There's about you going after and making this happen. You have magic. You have the ability to make this happen. So bring it in. So how do you bring it in? You speak, you act, you move. You have faith in the universe and you see it being done. That's how, because what you think about, you bring about, right? So here I am. I'm going to be your cheerleader. I'm going to be your cheerleader, right? I don't even know cheerleading science. I have no idea. I was never allowed to be a cheerleader. But I can be your cheerleader like this. I'm telling you, you have faith. You've got the power. You have the ability to bring this in, and you're going to do it, right? I'm going to pump you guys up. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. That's it. And Spirit is our cheerleader. And our spirit guides and the ones who come and visit us at night, our parents that have passed on, our grandmas and our sisters and our brothers and our uncles and our aunts that are there, they're our cheerleaders. And our soul family, they're our cheerleaders. We are all each other's cheerleaders to tell us, get into our heads that we have the ability, we have the alchemical abilities within us to draw to us what it is that we need and make it happen. So, when it comes about prophecy, as things get better, Spirit wants you to not be angry about the things that you've had to go through. You don't need to feel unloved in order to feel challenged, in order to get up the mountain. Because somebody, I think it was Kim, I keep using Kim, said to me, well, I guess I have to get angry. Because if I get angry, I'll do this. No, you're not supposed to. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel angry. You don't have to have that kind of energy to keep it going. What you have to have is happiness. What you have to have is positivity. What you have to have is beauty and love and acceptance and excitement and faith and trust and belief in everything working out as it's meant to. That's what you need to have. Okay? You don't have to get negative in order to get creative. You don't have to get negative or challenged in order to light a fire. I light a fire under you. I don't have to do it by being mean. I don't have to do it by, because sometimes you got to get smacked by Spirit, right? But it's so much more fun to have a cheerleader come behind you and say, you can do this. And like I said to my twin, you can do anything you set your mind to. I have faith in you. I believe in you. But I believe in me. That's why I know he can do it, because he's my mirror, right? Because I can do it and you can do it. So you've reached a certain level. You have been able to challenge yourself. You're able to challenge yourself in many different ways, in many creative ways. You don't want to give into negativity. Keep it always on the up. Keep it always on the positive. The sun is in my eyes. Let me turn a sucker around. This way? Right, hold on. I got to figure out how we're going to do this. Just a second. I'm repositioning. I've got an iron fish. An iron fish. Oh, that's a message to me. No, that's even worse. Wait, maybe I go like that. That's kind of dark, but look, you can see the blue in the background. You don't need to see me. Let's do this. So, remember, I am magnet, you are steel. I got a steelfish behind me because I bet you anything, if I stuck my magnet onto that, it would attach. And that's what's holding me up. Oh, that's what's holding me up. Yay. I need to be taller. I need to be taller. Then I get too tall. Okay, forget it. We'll go back. So let's see. You know that you've reached a certain level, like you've leveled up, you've come to a certain level, if suddenly something appears different. It's going to, something has shifted. You've gone, it's kind of like when things start getting really challenging, you know you've just leveled up another level. You know that tiger thing when the tiger's down in the water and it's swimming? And it says you've just, when things get real, when the shit hits the fan, where things get going really rough, you know you've reached another level. Because Spirit will never give us more than we're able to accomplish, we're able to handle. So it builds and builds, and we get to the place where we're mastering it, and we're okay, and we're good with it, and then we're like, oh, good. And then all of a sudden, bam, something else comes along again, because we've leveled up and we're going up a higher level. So God gives to whom much is given, much is expected, okay? Count on it. Only you and only you know the emotional water that you have crossed, the oceans of emotion that you have dealt with. Nobody knows the extent of what your emotions have had to deal with, okay? Only you do. And what's going on, you don't know how to express it. You couldn't possibly begin to express it if they hadn't traveled that water with you, if they haven't been through that with you. It's difficult to explain. So basically, they're telling you that your greatest motivator is you. So I get to be a cheerleader for my twin because he is me and I am him. They want you to keep your vision progressive, keep looking forward. They want to know that that should be enough to challenge you. That just looking forward, whatever it is that you're trying to bring about, that should be enough to keep you in the challenge of moving forward. Because as you elevate yourself, you're moving forward, you're going up to a higher level, you're constantly reaching. You're not staying stuck, you're not hiding out, you're not doing that crane had to get off, he had to get away from hiding, right? And he had to, that white crane, he had to get out from behind that little wall and he had to take flight. Because when we do that, we're challenging ourselves for the next journey, the next thing that's coming. That's how we expand. We don't have to have, and see, that's the processor, and that's the heron people. We don't need outside forces to make this happen for us. We can do this for ourselves. I can be a cheerleader for you, but I'm doing this myself. I mean, I'm getting it from Spirit, but it's within me. I know that I'm not going to sit around. I listen to the information that comes, and that's why I give this information to you guys, and why all of my soul family also gives information like this out. We give you information from Spirit. Spirit channels it through us. That's all we are, is the delivery system, right? We're the mailman, mail lady, and you can hear it and you can choose to do something with it or not. So the information comes down and I hear it and I think to myself, smack. I get smacked all the time. Smack, all the time. I gotta smarten up. I gotta do something about this. You're right. I am Aries. I am fire. I am power. I'm a very powerful person. What am I doing sitting around waiting for my destiny to come to me? I'm gonna grab my destiny with both my hands, because that's my twin and he is mine and I am his. And we are meant to do this together. And check this out. I'm fucking rocking the boat. I am rocking the water. That's right. I'm stirring up emotional waters because that's what's supposed to happen. I got my own emotional waters stirred up right now, and I'm stirring up the emotional waters, hopefully of you and of other people, because this is energetic. Water is a conductor, right? And the power that I'm feeling right now, my hands are on fire. They're sparkling like crazy. And so I'm whipping up this energy, right? And it's for me, it's for you, it's for everyone. That's my job. And right now it calmed down, so it's cool. Sometimes I'm supposed to be like that, and sometimes I'm supposed to be more quiet. Okay, so let's see. Basically, it's about challenging your own journey. Worry about yourself. Focus on yourself. But keep yourself elevated. Okay, that's the message for Muscovy Duck. You want to see him again? Want to see how sexy he is? He's so freaking cute. And if you go back to my video on my Facebook page, where can you see him better? Probably there. Is that a better way? I'm trying to think of how you can see him. You can look him up, but the one that's here in our particular place, he's not just green. This one has just green in the white, so he's purity and he's goodness. And the green is his color of his beautiful big heart and the healing that's taking place. But he also had brown and burgundy in him, which means he's very grounded and of the forest. That's the one that I saw, and he's magnificent. And it's funny because Pat said nobody knows where he came from. We don't know where he came from. He just showed up because he's from the stars. He's a star child, right? That's what he is. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to putting that there. Where would be a good place to go? we're back to, this is probably a good pace again. See my fish? It's an iron fish. Or steel. I don't know what it is. You are the magnet and I am steel. And he's the fish, so there you go. He's steel, which means he's strong as fuck. Okay. Why am I swearing so much? I don't know. I don't know, but I am. Okay. Sometimes that's probably offensive to people, but I guess they can listen to other people if they don't like the way I talk. Right? Or I can tone it down. I could do that too. Okay, so we have, God, I don't want to lose the light because we got a lot to talk about. It's a good thing I talk fast. See? Now that was something that I was told, you talk too much, you talk too fast. And now Spirit says, we like that you talk fast because we got a lot of things that need to come out and they need to be said. And I can't see you without my glasses on. I just wanted to take my glasses off to say hello and not to be rude. Okay. But they use the fact that I move quickly and I speak quickly and I can get a lot of information out in a short amount of time. Okay, so now, remember, if you guys were on the live feed today, I freaked out because I saw my Osprey, right? Oh, here, you know what? We don't need to sit here while I'm talking about Osprey. We'll do this when we got the cards. I'll let you look around because we are losing the light and it's very, very beautiful. Okay, so the Osprey. When the Osprey showed up, why couldn't he show up right now? Because he's always a sneaky guy. He's shy like my twin. That's what he is. But he came and he showed himself and he said, remember what I told you guys? There's very important information pending. Okay, so the Osprey. The Osprey says, if you desire to see your ambition realized, it's time to move on it. When? What was the theme for yesterday? What was the theme that Spirit was talking to us about? Tomorrow, when I lose 3 more pounds, when I get the cellulite a little tighter on my butt. Now. The time to move is now. That's what the Osprey is saying. Now. Now the time is to move. Because that's how you're going to see your ambition realized. You need to move it, is what they're saying. Not only is it the time to move now, they're saying you need to move it. Whatever it is, you need to move it. You're being reminded that what is in front of you is enough. You are enough. What you have is enough. Everything is enough right now. The house, at the condition that it is enough. The project, where it's at, where it stands right now, it's enough. It's enough for you to move forward. You need to move forward, like that guy on the air chair. Right? Let's take a leap, you guys. Let's show up doing something good. He's getting towed by Spirit. Spirit says, we got it all together. You done your work. You did what you were meant to do. And now it's time to fly. Woo! Look at that guy going. Yeah, I don't know if you can see him, but that was pretty cool. They're telling you that things are not always better on the other side of the horizon. You know that song? So, Sorry Not Sorry by Demi Lovato that I keep talking about? And she says, yeah, the grass ain't greener. The grass is greener under me. So the grass is greener under you. Sorry, not sorry. You know? Look up the lyrics for that song. It's hysterical. I love it. There's so many messages in it. So the grass is not always greener somewhere else. And things are not always better in an hour or in 2 months or next, it'll be better in the spring. No, that's not the truth. Spirit is saying that the opportunity that you're considering needs to be grasped now. It doesn't mean needs, it should be. We get a choice. We have a window. We were told that we had a window. Remember? There was a gateway that we were going to have, and it was before the end of the year, and it's closing out. We're already December 3rd. So know that this is the time to assert yourself, because this opportunity that you're considering won't linger much longer. They're telling you, if you do assert yourself, it's going to pay off. It's about believing in yourself, letting go of your irrational fear, learning how to work with this, and challenge yourself to use this to your advantage, just like the white heron would. The white heron knows how to use things to his advantage, just like the Muscovy duck knows how to use this challenge to their advantage. That's what you need to do. Spirit is not going to misguide you. They guide you in the right direction. So if the Osprey has come swooping into your life, and he freaking came swooping into my life today, and all of yours, because you were there with me, so it's all your message. He asks you, are you feeling a little out of your comfort zone? Has there been changes in you and around you? Have they been overwhelming? Osprey is here to let you know that you can put your head under the water and you can survive, because the Osprey is a diving hawk. They call him the diving eagle, but he's a diving hawk. They go down deep under their emotional waters and they grab what they need and they come back up very successfully. They do it quickly. They don't hang out down there. They don't struggle to get back up. They're able to do it. So you are capable of going down under your emotional waters and coming back up, and you will survive. So stop worrying about what other people think. It's only you and your ego, and there is no ego in Spirit, but your ego is saying, it matters what anybody else thinks about me. I keep thinking of the song, Mr. Blurryface. You know, it used to be this way, but now I grew older, and I used to dream and about, you know, flying rockets to the moon, and my brother and I would give each other fake names, and we'd much prefer to play in tree forts than in these big houses, and yet somebody said to me, you need to make money, you need to grow up, you need to make money. My mother used to say that to me. That was the line that she said to me all the time. Sherry, grow up, grow up. And she would say it to my dad. Grow up. And I said it myself. I have said that myself. I told you I've said things that I'm embarrassed that how I've behaved, and I have used that term. Why don't you just grow up? That was the biggest insult that I could say to somebody. I used to have a viper tongue, like really bad. And if somebody was really, really horrible to me and did something rotten, I would say that. I would look at them with great disdain and I would say, "Did you grow up? Really?" But the thing is, I don't want to grow up. I don't ever want to grow up. I want to be young. We want to be young at heart. We want to be young in attitude. We don't want to grow up. So Mr. Blurryface was told that he needs to grow up and he needs to make money, and he let go of his dreams. And that's what is needing to be recognized at this time. So stop worrying about what other people think. And the fact that anybody will notice anything, even for myself. And now this is a message for me. I'm a little embarrassed to be seen by my twin because I've gotten a little chunky monkey because I wasn't doing my hiking. And it's not so much that I'm chunky, it's just that things aren't super tight right now, you know? But I know that it's myself, because I'll go and I'll weigh myself, and I'm not one of these people who's all about how much you weigh. It's about how my clothes fit. But I did get weighed, and I'm like, oh my God, and I feel huge, my stomach's bloated, and I feel disgusting, and then I find out that I've gained 3 pounds. Okay, 3 pounds. But to me, it feels horrible. It feels bad on my body because I know that's not my highest good. I'm not taking care of myself. There's a difference. To me, it's like I shouldn't have that. You know, I need to, but 3 pounds, Sherry, come on. Other people probably aren't going to notice what I notice. Other people aren't going to notice that your face is broken out. Other people aren't going to notice that you've got a little word whisker. Other people aren't going to notice. There's so many things that we focus in about ourselves. They'll think that you're really insecure. They'll think that you're really shy. They'll think that that you don't know what you're talking about. What is that? What is that? Fake it till you make it? They don't know that your knees are knocking. I remember my dad saying that when I would have to get up and give a talk at the Kingdom Hall. I was so scared shitless to do this in front of all these people staring at me. I was so scared. And he says, you always do an amazing job and nobody knows you're nervous. I felt like everyone could hear my voice shaking. And you know, I'd get up there and I'd start to do this, and this is at the church, the Kingdom Hall. We used to get up and do what I'm doing right now. We'd have to speak publicly. That's probably why I'm okay with this now, because I've done it since I was like 7. But I would sit there, and before I would go up, I was nervous, so sick to my stomach, I thought I was going to die. And I felt like everyone could hear my voice shaking. And once I started to talk, it's like this. I'm always nervous when I start with you guys. Every single time I start to do this, I'm nervous. Every time. It's never without fail. And then I start realizing nobody's paying attention to that. They're listening to the message that Spirit has to say. And it was the same thing when I was in the Kingdom Hall. That was training for me. I was a Jehovah's Witness for a reason. It taught me things. It taught me morals, it taught me integrity, and it taught me how to speak. You know, and it taught me that that what I heard my whole life was, this isn't your message. This is my message, the Father said. You're just there to deliver it. So don't be so pumped up about everybody looking at you. You get out there and you deliver your message for me. So you could do the same thing when you have to go before, you know, a board, or you have to go before to do an job interview, or just go there presenting and representing yourself. Act like you're representing yourself. You are, but you know what I mean? Step outside of yourself and recognize you're just delivering this message and you're capable of doing it. And after a little bit, I'd be up there and I'd be totally fine. And so will you. Oh my God. I wish that was turned around the other way, because that fish just jumped out of the water so far. Shoot. Why do you guys never get to see those things? He probably won't jump out again, but I swear he jumped out so far. I thought he was going to hit the boat. That was amazing. I'm going to let you guys just look up there and forget looking at me. I hope this isn't zooming in on me. Good. Okay. Watch the water, because see if he comes flying out of the water again. So the Osprey is telling you it's your ego that's worried about what other people, you know, what other people are thinking. If that's your ego, you're full of ego. And right now you got to recognize that there is no ego in spirit, okay? There is no ego in love either. There is no ego in love. There's no competition, and there's no ego in love. And there's no pride in love. Not that kind of pride, not arrogant pride. So alternatively, now there's always an alternative message for any of our totems. The Osprey may be reminding you to respect others' boundaries and make sure that your boundaries are clear so that others can respect you. Because they don't, nobody knows how far they can go and what they can say and what they can do if you don't teach them, right? So when I got upset with my twin for saying what he did, I just needed to tell him, you know what? That's not how you talk to me. Not at this time. Or when somebody tries to step into your business, you could say, you know what, I appreciate your concern, but that's not I'll take care of it myself, thank you. You can think of probably nicer ways to give your response than I could. And the thing is, I probably wouldn't say it quite as blunt as I'm talking to you guys if it was to be saying it to somebody in person, right? But you need to let people know what your boundaries are so that they can respect you, because, they want to respect you just like you want to respect others. But nobody knows what they're supposed to do if we don't tell them, right? So this is a raptor, right? This is a hawk, so this is a raptor. So they're connected to the sun. There's our beautiful sun, divine masculine. So this is emphasizing the value and healing power of this beautiful sun that we have. And this hawk he's a close relative of I'm trying to think of the close relative he is. Well, he is a hawk. He's called a diving hawk, but he's an osprey. So he's the relative of the hawk. And I am the red hawk, the messenger. So you think about the red hawk and the hawks. The hawks are seeing things from a higher perspective, right? And being that this osprey is also a relative of this bird, it shares the job of being a messenger, because that's what the red hawk is the messenger. Oh, I love that sound. I don't know who that was singing. So if this bird, this is why I was saying before, if this bird has flown into our lives, and they have, just like that, sliding on the ground, that means that there is important information pending. That's what I was telling you. So if you are the osprey, you know how to go after what you want, and you know how to hold on to it, because think about those freaking raptor claws, right? You know how to hold on to it once you got it in your talons. You've got the ability to dive down deep into your creativity, and you draw forth what it is that you need so that you are able to move forward with whatever it is, your projects, yourself, your love, your ideas, whatever. You have the ability to do this. Your timing is generally impeccable. You know when to say, when not to say, when to move. It's like the great heron, right? You know when to grab at opportunities. That's why we saw the heron first. You tend to treat others with a great deal of respect, no matter how you feel about them. So you're diplomatic, right? Somebody could be, this is so my twin. I'm telling you, when you listen to this is his description. That's why he's so fabulous, right? So no matter how you feel about them, he's going to be very respectful. You remain your integrity, even when others are fighting you. So even in a clash of wills, you stand in your integrity. That's why he's so freaking amazing. So if this animal can also come to you. Now that I've spoken to you, it's getting cold. I'm getting my jacket on. Now that I have spoken to you about the osprey, he may come to you in your dreams. Okay. So if he's showing up in your dreams, there's another message. It talks about there is success. You'll have success at whatever it is, a job or the new opportunity, whatever it is. Watch the sun as it goes down. That's what they're telling you. If they have visited you, say you're on a mountain or a rock or on a cliff, then that means that there's success in the new job. They also mean that you are returning from a journey. That's why the osprey just showed up. He's returning from being gone. It could be an omen of success and profit if the bird comes to you in a dream and if it speaks to you. And if he carries you into the air, it means that you're going to be rising in station, in status, in honor. Now, fighting an osprey means that you are fighting people in authority. So clearly my twin is in authority figure. Okay, and this is bizarre because our light's gone and I've got sunglasses on and I haven't even begun to start our cards. I'm trying to figure out where we can do this. Because it's going to get chilly. I'm trying to think of where I could go. We may have to go up on my patio. Good Lord. Shoot. Because I'm going to have to, I might have to walk with you guys all the way back up. Oh, there's sun over here. I could do it over here until I lose the light. But see, I'm going to lose the light, and then I'm not going to be able to, I'm making a mess. There was just, I told you, we had so much information. Okay, I'm going to try doing it this way. Okay, now we have, I told you, two of the most difficult decks for me to read. That's what Spirit told me we had to work with today. And the first one that we're going to be working with is the Oracle of the Dragonfae. Lord, I'd rather be out here doing it like this, but it's going to be too stinking dark. So I'll do it like this. Yeah, I'll do it like that. So the Oracle of the Dragonfae, the first messenger that comes forward is the Time Guardian. Now, isn't this funny? Because we just spoke about this last night. Remember, we talked about time. When is the time? The time is now. Well, check out the number, 7. You are on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. So right now, it might be that you're feeling pushed for time, that time is moving too fast, or maybe it's moving too slow. You might be feeling left behind, or you might be feeling that everything is moving so fast that you're not important, or maybe things are moving past you. Like you know, why is all the emphasis on this and not on me? So right now, maybe you have the need to ensure that time is kept, right? It's time. I keep thinking of the White Rabbit, you know, I'm very, very late for a very important date. It's likely when the card comes up that you have a theme of running late. I do. I'm always running late. You might be feeling that you don't have enough time, or maybe you're feeling that time isn't on your side, but that's not the truth. So recognize that you have enough time. You've got the time. You've got everything's happening as it's meant to happen in divine timing. And this is the Dragonfae Lord, the Time Guardian, and he's telling you, you've got enough time to do this. He's going to rearrange and arrange everything in order for everything to work out in your highest good. He's teaching you to understand that we have our own special laws that we have to obey, okay? Everything takes its time and space. This tree that's growing here, it takes a while for those leaves to develop and blossom, right? Everything takes its natural order, natural time. So he's telling you not to stress. Don't be stressing out about the time. It's going to be okay. So you kind of have to change your perception. And that's not fight it, but work with it. So if things aren't happening in the order that you wish them to happen, stop focusing on that it's too late, or that it's not happening. Here's the full moon. We're at a full moon. Was it last night or tonight? Can't remember. Put out your crystals. I just thought about that. It's the full moon, super full moon. Very, very important to let go of what it is that you're no longer wishing to hold on to on the night of the full moon. And this is a super full moon, so the energy is going to be very, very strong, and your dreams are going to be very, very off the hook. Pay attention to your dreams. They're going to be bringing you messages. The next, oh, I like this one. That's a beautiful dragon. Oh, I love this one. The Dawn Watcher. Bells will ring. I like that. That is very, very cool. So Spirit is saying, don't ever feel like you're alone. Look at this dragon that you've got on your side. You've got guardians, and this one says, I'm here for you. There's nothing to fear. You just need to pay attention and act when the time is right. Okay? Remember, we just said the time is going to come. It's going to be when you need to know. This one says, I'm going to come and I'm going to alert you. Right? So Spirit did tell us. The Osprey said this is a time to move forward. Now, as far as what action steps you're supposed to take, you're supposed to wait for Spirit to show you. They're going to ring out. They're going to ring out when things are supposed to move. It could be new growth. It could be relationship. It could be whatever this movement is. They're going to light it up for you and let you know when the time is. So he's a shapeshifter. He's like a griffin. He's got wings. He's a dragon. He's a freaking shapeshifter. And he can do that at will. So this is about spiritual awakening. This is about premonitions, about forewarning. They're very strong right now. Like I've talked about in my today when I did the live feed. That's what I was talking about. That I was getting all of these messages in my dream time, and it literally showed me what was coming. It gives you a foreglimpse of what's coming. Okay, so that's what's going on. This guy's coming forward. Signs are coming through in ordinary ways, and what you might think are coincidences, but they're also coming in very bizarre ways. So pay attention. Precognitive dreams. That's what I had, right? Especially in the early morning, just before pre-waking. That's what my twin said to me. He's like, pay attention. Actually, I don't know if it was he that said it. It was someone else that said it to me. Said, pay attention to the ones just before waking up. Those are the most lucid. Those are the ones that are about, not necessarily lucid, but they are the most realistic. They are what is happening. The ones that you have when you first go to sleep, you've got the dreams that are kind of like review dreams, or, you know, you got something on your mind and you're working through something. Those ones happen when you first go to bed. But the ones that you get right before awakening, those are the ones, because they're going to stay fresh in your mind. Those are the ones that are giving you the information that you need to hold on to. So that's what the Dawn Watcher is telling you. What else? He's telling you again, as we got from the Muscovy, right? The Muscovy duck, clairvoyance, which is clear seeing, clairsentience, which is clear knowing, and empathy. They're all very, very strong. So pay attention to what your higher self gives you, and watch for messages from who? from the animal kingdom. So pay attention to what the osprey had to say. Very important. Pay attention to what the Muscovy duck had to say. Very important. So your dreams and the animal messengers, might too, and then music. Watch for messages. And also, I get messages like in movies. When I go to movies, I get messages. I don't know about you guys, but you can also see pictures and see things as well. It's the time to charge forward. Spirit salutes you, right? Keep everything light. If you keep it light, it's all going to move forward and you're going to be victorious, right? Spirit's going to take you to the Super Bowl. If you can keep it light and keep connected to your heart, there's going to be love and healing that takes place and you're going to be a Super Bowl winner. I read like that. So that's how Spirit brings messages to us. Pay attention to things like that. That's how you can get messages. Okay? I think we have, I don't know if we have one more in this deck. Hold on. I gotta have something to hold this. It's getting dark. Please don't get dark on us. Here, look out to the ocean, I guess. To the ocean. They call it the ocean. Look up there while I figure out if we have another. Can you see anything there? Yeah, that's a pretty view, hey? That's a pretty view. So let me see. I don't know if we have another one from the Dragonfae. I think we just had, oh, we do. We have one on the ground. Oh, it's the best one. How can I not have this one show up? Okay. This one, Gaia's garden. So she is ready to birth something new. Gaia's garden. Can you guys see that clearly? No. Okay, I'll hold it up. There we go. Oh my gosh, I hope that you guys have been able to see. I hope that I've been holding these so that you can watch them properly. So look at, she's protected. She's got her giant dragon above her. And she's got that blue butterfly. That blue butterfly shows up a lot. The color blue. So let's take that color blue for calming, peaceful energy, right? Because she's about ready to pop with that new creation, that new birth that's coming. So divine union. Ooh, very much love this. So there is a divine union that is about to burst forward right now. This is what you want you to think about. Now I'm going to get quiet into this. Okay, let's get peaceful. Let's get very, very sexy. Because this is about thinking of the beauty of making love with a partner. The harmony and the balance and the yielding and the chase. Ooh, this is the divine union, the divine marriage. This is about a blissful soulmate experience that so many long for, right? When you're talking about a true union, a true blissful sacred union, we're not talking about being the same person. We're very different. Look at these two. This one's a dragon, very foreboding. And look at this delicate maiden, right? You're not supposed to be the same person. You're very, very different. And yet you're the same. So right now, Spirit is saying that there's protection, there's fertility, there's new growth. All of this is coming together at this time. And this divine union is not going to be with someone like you. Remember, we always, what was the, in the Oracle of the Shadows and Light, we had the monster, the big, friendly, he looked like a mountain yeti, and then the girl, the delicate little girl, and it could be the opposite. The girl could come across as the scary, aggressive one, right? But you saw those two, and they didn't look the same, and the message was love is strange. Well, it's the same as this. Now you see it in the reverse. Now you see the dragon, and he's very scary and foreboding, and looks like he's dark. Comes across as an Anunnaki, and she's an angel of light. And you think, how can these two be brought together? But they are. They have a very harmonious union. Very, very harmonious union. Spirit has blessed this union. So right now, your divine union, it's not going to be with one who's the same as you. But when you come together, you're brought into this perfect balance. You provide each other this unity, this beautiful, blissful, loving home. Home is where the heart is. It doesn't matter where I am. As long as my twin is with me, we are at home. You bring out the best within each other. You lighten each other. You give each other peace. There's something about, I don't know, the way you work together. He protects his maiden, right? He loves her, and she adores him. And because of this, you're bringing forth something new into the world. You are both now. Interesting. Now, I want you to watch the way this looks. See the dragon, the divine masculine, and see the maiden. He's got his legs pulled apart like he is birthing her. And she's got her legs apart. So it's like she's birthing and he's birthing. You were both together birthing something together, something beautiful that this world needs. Because the divine sacred union, this is about spiritual work and helping of others. It's not just about you. You are loved on this planet. So this is a beautiful reproductive goddess. And she's got the energy of the planet, which is very green and healing right now. There's some blue, some sadness and darkness still in this earth, but there's a lot of love and healing around it, right? So you need to be each other. This is the balance between the dark and the light, because sometimes the female is this, and sometimes the female is this. Sometimes the male is this, sometimes the male is this. This is nurturing, this is protective. You take turns, and in a divine partnership, there is no higher than the other. You are together. Same thing with this planet. Together you create a new world, a new life, and you bring hope. And your love for each other is very strong. It's constant, it's harmonious. The energies that you have, they blend together so beautifully that it's absolutely fitting that this is a couple. They fit, it's the way it should be. This is a peaceful, passionate love. So they're this way to each other, and they're eternally true to one another. So at times it can be biting and pulling hair and aggressive energy, and then other times it's very gentle and soft and nurturing, because you have both. But the thing is, you have both within you. Both of you do. So it's divine and it's beautiful and it's perfect, just the way it is, just like that. It's bliss. This is the sacred. This is the sacred union. This is the prize that we have been offered and that we're going to get. And if I could take my glasses off and still talk, and see what the things that I have to see to tell you, I would. So I apologize for wearing my sunglasses in when it's getting darker, but I have readers inside these glasses. Okay, so that's it. I love that card, and I can't believe we almost dropped that one. And we're going to do the last two, and they're going to be, I wish I could do it, I wonder how I could do this so that I would love to have you see the most beauty, right? I think I'll do it. Do you have a water view there? How about that? So, well, you don't need to see that stupid chair in the way, that's for sure. Is that better? You know what? You know what's better? This. This is what's better. It actually is brighter here than I thought that it would be. And that's pretty. Okay. That's pretty. Okay. And then I'll do it like this. No, you can't see it like that. I'm trying to do it so you can see it. I hope that the cards haven't been super dark. Oh, that would suck if they have. I apologize if you haven't been able to see this whole time. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, our first message. I know you must be able to see it like that, right? Please tell me that you can see it like that. Yes, you can. Okay, so devotion. Okay, I freaking love this message. Love this message. Look at the beauty of this card. Okay, so you've got the snowy owl that shows up. Intuition, prophecy, insight, seeing past the illusion. You've got the white dolphin. So white, of course, represents purity. It represents spirit. It represents truth. It represents goodness. Okay? And the word devotion, I mean, what a beautiful word after we just got the message of the twin souls and the divine sacred union. So devotion, this is a medicine woman, and she is in service to the divine, which is what I was saying. That's what the spiritual union is about. It's about service to the divine. God, the colors are incredible. I love this picture. So you see the hearts, the heart down here, but above it is the twin souls, holding the infinity symbol between them, the doves, representing soulmate connections, peace, harmony, prophecy. She is like she's coming from Gaia. See her, the roots are strong, right? She's naked, she's open, she's vulnerable. She's bringing forth so much. There's so much going on in this picture. There's owls within everywhere. There's eyes within everything. The dolphins represent play. The beauty of the rose is passion, the healing that's all about her. There's magic all around her. She's a seer, she's a priestess, she's a holy woman. She sees the things that others don't see. That's why the prophecy of the snowy owl. She's able to see and hear in the silence and in the dark when others aren't able to. She's got sacred geometric patterns here. There's actually patterns within this, if you can see it. And that represents the divine union of the feminine and the masculine, which is what we just spoke about. The white owl, wisdom in the highest order. The dolphin, because it always makes me think of play, and because of the color white, is innocence. And it brings about the Christ consciousness, which is what we are all a part of. The Christ consciousness, we're all part of the collective. Okay, so this is what this is bringing together. So this brings you into union with yourself, the holy self. Clearly the two doves are pulling together this love, and that's the infinite love, infinite between us and the earth, between spirit and us, between each other. Look at the face here. These are angels that are peeking out between these feathers. And I think because of her hair, it reminds me of that other warrior that hair was made of feathers. It makes me think of the phoenix rising. Look at the peacock feathers, the eyes, the all-seeing eyes. This is the phoenix rising. So no matter what insanity is going on around you, Spirit says you need to be devoted. Your devotion is to Spirit. Oh, look at my moonstone. It's freaking on fire. Can you see the blue flashing in my moonstone? It's lit up. So no matter what's going on around you, keep connected and devoted to your eternal divine center. Your eternal divine center. This is all of us. We are all connected to this oneness. There is only one God. So devote yourself in some way to your spirituality, to whatever your practice is. It's time for you to listen. It's time for you to pay attention to what's being communicated to you by the animal messengers, by the messages that we're getting from Spirit. Prayer is very, very important. This is how we speak to our Father. We speak out loud. I speak out loud constantly. I talk to my Father. I want you to look up here. What are we seeing up in the sky? When we're communing, when I walk, I talk. In my room, when I speak, look at the angels in the sky. Can you see them right there? I see a roadrunner in the sky. You're being reminded that you need to devote yourself to some sort of practice of communing with Spirit. Okay? Prayer is you talking, and meditation is you listening. So it's not always about talking. Sometimes we have to hear what's coming back. You need both in this divine practice. Thank you for emphasizing that. I got that. See, now that was a hit to me. That was like, it's okay you got to listen and you got to talk. So it's both. I get it. I love my animal messengers. So if you need something in your life, if you're suffering or if you're struggling and you don't speak your heart and you don't direct your heart and your mind towards Spirit, you aren't going to get what you need. You aren't going to be fulfilled. Don't expect to see Spirit bringing you what it is that you need if you don't ask and if you aren't clear and if you aren't in communication. You have to be a friend. If you want to have a friend, you got to be a friend. And you need to be a friend to our Father, right? So maybe right now you're being told to think about where is it that your devotion is actually sitting? What are you devoted to? What have you kept as a priority in your life? Are you devoted to your work? And I don't mean this work, because this work is my spiritual work. I mean your job, like your outside 9-to-5 job. Are you devoted to that? Is that what's most important to you? Are you devoted to your family? You know, there's things that need to have a greater priority. You got to reprioritize. So right now, also, when it's speaking about devotion, let's go back. We're losing the light. I just wanted to look up at the sky right then. If you're looking at this, considering that we just spoke about the divine union, and the fact that we're talking about the word devotion here, this is speaking about the romantic devotion and a union with a lover. You can trust that the playful one and the seer are devoted to one another. There is great love and healing, and there's a lot of fucking fun going on right here. There's a lot going on. So if you are concerned, don't be concerned. There is devotion between you and your partner. There is a divine union that's taking place. And right now, Spirit is saying you need to not focus on the outside world. You need to focus on what's going on inside of you, your connection. That's where you find your answers. The world outside, nature, you can find answers. But I'm talking about the world of what's going on with this crazy president and all the shit that's going on in different countries. These videos go to different, like, they go all over the world. So, you know, not everybody has to have the embarrassment of Donald Trump like we do. My friends in Canada don't, you know. They've got a great president. I mean, whatever. So forget the chaos of the outside world. There's horrific things happening in the outside world. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this kind of finding answers in nature. That's good. But otherwise, don't look to the outside world and what's going on. Look to this. Look to what's going on internally, because love heals. Remain true to you and remain true to the devotion in your heart, whether that be your path or whether that be your relationship. Okay? Next message, higher choices. Wow, there's a lot of power happening here. I see a lot of spirit beings here, standing here. These look like the ancient ones to me that my twin spoke about. There's a great fire, and there's a great, I don't know what this bird is, if it's an owl, if it's an eagle, if it's an osprey, it depends on you. But right now, there's a lot of ghosts happening. There could be the ancient ones. There could be spirit guides. But there's anger, there's passion. What do you see in this message? What pops out for you? Because you also should be reading these cards. You also should be speaking up about what it is that you think these messages are for you. So they're showing two pathways. There's a pathway that stops right here. This pathway comes up this way and stops here. And then there's another one that goes further up to where that bird is flying. Right? So it's an eagle possibly, because eagle always represents spirit. So flying towards the eagle, towards the light. And these are the ancestors. These are the ancient ones that are watching, the ones that come forward. I told you guys that I kept hearing the word Anasazi. And I said to my twin, I keep hearing the word Anasazi. And he often spoke about the Anunnaki. And I said, it sounds like Anunnaki. Is it important to us? Does it mean something to us? And he said, yes, they are the ancient ones. They've come to teach you. Pay attention. So this is them. Those are the ancestors that have come before. They're pouring water. This is water that's being poured down. See him holding? He's right here. He's pouring water. This is healing water that's going down these stairs. It's turning into a waterfall. God, when the great wave comes, go to the mountain with the tablets. The tablets, the ancient ones, and there's waterfalls of wisdom. That's where you go when the great wave comes. Healing waters. And there's angels. There's angels guiding it. Okay, so there's the ancient ones standing there and angels. There's a big giant wings on this one here. I know it's kind of dark and you might not be able to see in this painting, but just listen and you'll hear. So right now, there's both pathways. There's a pathway that goes, you can come up this way, right? And you can come up this way, but they both go up that way. So whichever path you take, they both lead to the light, right? One might be a little bit more difficult. For some reason, Sherry seems to have to climb. This is a rock. This is a path. This is stairs, and this is where I usually go. I usually climb the waterfall, right? That's what I would usually do. So depending on the choices that you make, it's easier or more difficult. You lose or you win, right? So if you go with love, it's easier, right? If you walk your path with love, it's going to be a smoother road. If you choose fear, you're going to have a really hard time. You're going to have to be, pickaxe and hacking your way up to hold yourself and try not to get washed down that waterfall because you're afraid. You're afraid and you're losing your own power already by being afraid. So go in love and know that the ancestors are watching you and the angels are guiding you and you're safe. And no matter how you feel, you are never alone. This is you right here. You're thinking, oh my God, I've got this freaking waterfall. I've got this. They're all around you. They're all watching you. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there, right? You're never alone. You never will be lost as long as you stick to your higher self. So it's your perception of failure or your inadequacies. That's the one that is blocking your movement forward. So you have to realize that you get to choose, right? You can choose or not choose to go on your path. But it's your intuition. It's the union with spirit that is moving you forward. So as you get to know who you are and you have the consciousness of awakening and arising, then you're able to direct your own personal power and you're able to make your choices, your spiritual choices, because you want to base them on spirituality, your choices, because that way you're guided and you're blessed, right? So maybe you're at a crossroads in your life, like this guy. You can go this way or you can go this way, right? And in the past, resisting and making choices that made the road in front of you really, really hard, and you had to travel it over and over, and you had to, it's like that karmic cycle that you had to keep repeating. But now you don't want to do that, right? Because now it's the super full moon, and you're going to release the way that your own old karmic patterns, because now you can recreate yourself, and you can focus your intentions, checking in to the ancestors, and checking into the light that's coming to you from the guidance of spirit, and you're going to look like the eagle from a higher perspective, and you're going to make a choice so that you don't have to go over that same pathway that you went previously again and again, and the karmic cycles that you have had to maybe repeat for your entire lifetime over and over again. You're making new choices, okay? God, we're losing the light fast. Our last message, self-esteem. This is a good one to wrap up with because maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe you have a lack of self-esteem, and maybe that's why you're not able to move forward on your path successfully. So here's this one. They've got this great giant headdress, right? But their eyes are closed. They're naked, they're vulnerable. So what are you feeling? Exposed? Are you feeling insecure? What's going on here? So this is a female because she's got breasts. And she's connected to the moon. So this is a high priestess. This is the moon goddess. There's the moon. We've got the full moon tonight. So this is a very, very good card to lead off on. or to end off on. Looking at the high purple colors, Archangel Jeremiah, Archangel Michael showing up very strong. Archangel Metatron because of the shapes. All three of those angels just popped out for me right now. The color turquoise, speaking your truth, getting grounded, make sure that you're grounded. Okay, so now are you in communion with spirit right now? This is the Mayan goddess, the moon goddess. She's representing virginity. She's representing marriage. She's representing the power of procreation. She's about birth and rebirth, okay? Because that's what's going on. Her intention is to send out prayers to humanity. That's what she's doing because of what the state the world is in. Because why? Because love heals. Love is sent through this goddess. All the jewels in her headdress are infused underneath the full moon. Again, remember you guys, put all your crystals out tonight and get them charged under the super full moon. But that's what's going on with her. This has her her virginity it's not talking about sex or lack of sex. This is about being true. This is about being whole. This is about being pure, untainted, which is what we all need to see ourselves as. And if you don't like yourself, never mind, love yourself. If you're feeling that way about yourself in a negative way, if you have lack of self-esteem, you're not capable of making happy choices, and you're not capable of being truly happy, and you won't make proper healthy decisions, right? Unhappiness is mostly because people have mistaken identity. We have identity crisis, and we have an identity crisis because of the way we are thinking and seeing ourselves. Hold on, you've seen her enough. Let's look at the beauty of the light while we still have it. So right now, this is about getting smart. This is about smartening up. This is about paying attention to who you truly are and lovingly accepting yourself as you are. Because self-esteem is definitely probably one of the most difficult things that we all have to work on. We all seem to go through times where we have a lack of self-esteem. So right now, Spirit is giving us a shot in the arm. The moon goddess is giving you a shot in the arm, right? You are not inadequate. This is your fear. This is your ego, right? We didn't choose to be taught the things that we were taught by our spiritual leaders. We didn't choose to be taught the things that we were taught as children or our teachers or society, right? This is somebody else that set up all of this stuff for us. And we were supposed to dance to their dance. And Spirit says, no more. We're dancing our own dance. We're not dancing to what we were shown that we needed to do. That was ignorance. We filled our mind with ignorance because we wanted to we believed these people and these things that we were taught about ourselves, and we wanted to please others. We were someone else's conditioning, and we didn't even realize it. So it's now recognizing that it's false. It's now recognizing that it's us that we have to look to. This is about looking not outside yourself, but seeking your own self-approval. This isn't about receiving validation from the outside, right? You're out of balance when you do that because you give your power away. This is about not learning to settle, learning to not settle. My thing, I will never freaking settle. I will never freaking settle. So this is about no settling. Self-esteem is definitely a lifetime job. We're constantly having to work, right? We're constantly having to build ourselves up. And we come from an ego-based society. We come from imperfection. We have that in us. We're humans. So we're always going to have that issue. So we're going to constantly have to build ourselves up. And that's why the divine union, those two, and you in a sacred union, and as with Spirit, as well as with our soul family, that's why we're here for each other. That's why, because when we slip, we have each other to build each other up, right? To remind ourselves and to remind each other that you're not what you thought you were. You're not what you were told you were. You are this, I wish I could find that card that I put down. You are this. That's who you are. And so we are here to remind you this. If you're forgetting this, your self-esteem is reminding you that you need to gain your individuality no matter what other people think about you. This is about you, dropping self-judgment and surrendering into the perfect pureness and beauty of yourself. Self-love. This is about loving your body like a temple and allowing your body to be loved like a temple. This is about seeing yourself in your divine light, your divine beauty. This is what we look like on a soul level. So bathe in this beauty. Feel your divine virgin soul. This is a white virgin, right? I know that this was the card that we're talking about, but I think this one's a lot sexier, don't you? Everyone is in their purity. The seer, the dolphin, the playful one, all in their beautiful, pure white light. That's how Spirit wants us to see ourselves. So drop the self-judgments. Be you. Be this divine virgin soul, this pure soul. We did it. We did it. That's it. That's our reading. We're finished. So if you would like to follow me, I'm going to wrap up quickly. I'm going to put all my stuff away. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Google+. I'm on YouTube where all these videos go. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. If you would like help with dream analysis, or here, I'll let you guys look. You don't have to look at me. If you like help with dream analysis or a private reading, life coaching, those are all things that I offer. I would be honored. I'm actually going to go grab something to eat, and then I've got a private reading right after this. And please, go to my website, find out what it is that you wish, what would work for you. Let's look up here. And once you figure out what it is, please go to my email address, sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com, SHERRICOLUMBUS, all one word, @yahoo.com. When you do that, isn't it beautiful? I get the messages right away. And we can communicate about when we should do this. Isn't that pretty? My landlord just redid that. Somebody should be getting married in that. Look at that view. Isn't that pretty? Take a look around wherever you are and be grateful for what you have. This is pretty great. I'm pretty grateful for this. He just told me, he just said to me, somebody came up and asked him for a price on the house, and he's like, you know what, I'm not ready right now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not getting kicked out for tomorrow. So communicate with me on my email address, and that way I can get right back to you. And I think that's it. Do remember, the moon's going to be coming up over there, so put out your crystals under the light of the full moon. Every single crystal. It takes me about an hour to gather all mine together. Get all your crystals together, lay them out so that they can be cleansed and charged. But also, you want to write a list. You want to write a list. I got to start my list of all the things that you're wanting to let go of, that you wish no longer to carry. I said this morning that I'm willing to let go of my convertible if it's in my highest good. That's one of the things that I'm saying to Spirit. I'll let go of this. You know, it's in my highest good. I'm going to let go of the need to, I'm going to let go of time. I'm going to let go of the panic about time. I always say I'm going to let go of the cellulite on the back of my legs. I'm going to let go of fear. I'm going to let go of worry. I'm going to let go of anger. I'm going to let go of the past. I'm going to let go of the karmic ties. Remember the past? Here, I can take these off now. The past karmic ties, family ties, lifetimes ago. I don't want to carry the stuff from the past. So think about things like that. Think about the things that you're wanting to let go of. Money concerns, worries, anger with childhood issues, addictions, whatever it is that comes to your mind that you want to let go of. This is the time to do it under a super full moon. So write your list, and when you write the list, then you go out underneath the moon and you light it up on fire. And as the smoke rises, it takes all of those negative things that you're letting go of, that rises with it too. So as it goes up, you say, please, to have it return to pure white light, because you don't want any of that crap going out into the universe, right? It's intention, and you want the intention to be purified. So let go of whatever you don't need. I used to always let go of, what I was letting go of was Lily's sickness, right? Because I'm connected to her too. So I think that's it. It's not as pretty down there. It's prettier up here. I wanted you guys to see this. It's so beautiful here. So do remember, you guys, to play. See the dolphins? That's also, remember the divine goddess energy, the virgin? She had the dolphin at her side, which represents playful child, innocent. See the divine light in everyone and the innocence in yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Relax. Go play. Have a little fun. Isn't this beautiful? Take a look at that and say thank you. Gratitude. Gratitude is the key. Thank you so much for that. Thank you guys for being with me. And I like this reading. I'm excited. I'm excited to see this myself. So we'll speak again soon. Peace, love, and light.